Hello?
Oh,
Come
hello,
in.
sir. I was wondering if you would like to update your home insurance.
Are you muted? I can't hear a word you're saying.
Oh, hello, sir. I was muted.
How's it going?
I was wondering if you would be interested in updating your home insurance plan.
In order to update a home insurance plan, I probably need one, right?
Well, GIGACORP is offering a wonderful new selection of home insurance products. I was wondering if I could come inside and maybe take you through them all. And I've even got the documents ready for you to sign. I've got a pen and everything. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
Have a seat. Have a seat.
There we go.
Okay,
Yep.
home insurance, you say?
Home insurance. Everything's insured.
And everything.
Everything, including the dogs. They're also insured.
So pet insurance. Home
Pet
and
insurance,
pet
home
insurance
insurance.
combination.
Yep. Also, mental brain insurance is also included.
Mental brain insurance. Okay. What sort of rates are we talking about here?
Unfortunately, I haven't got that far.
Okay. Because I have a pesky neighbor who keeps replacing blocks on my house, and I would love to be insured from this pesky neighbor.
That is okay. The insurance thing's just started as a bit. Now it actually feels like it's about to become work.
I think it should be. Anyway, do you want a cup of tea or anything?
No. I actually came over with the purpose of actual purpose.
What's the purpose?
Oh, I've come for further permission to pluck thine fields, good sir.
Oh yeah, pluck away. My fields are yours to pluck.
Yeah, I've run out of mud action, and I need more. I've got the one side of the thing. I got the mud bit, but I don't have the wheat bit. You've got the wheat bit, and I've got the mud bit.
Yeah.
So
take all the wheat you need,
and then you put the wheat into the mud bit.
Into the mud, yeah.
And that makes the mud brick bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a remix in there somewhere.
I'm sure.
You
Ellie,
put the mud into the wheat bit, and the wheat bit into the mud bit, and the bit becomes the mud bit, and that's it. Bye, Beep.
Wow. That was quite the cameo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to HermitCraft Season 10. Or should I say, welcome back to Wallcraft Season 1. Because that's all I've been doing this week, is building a wall. And, well, the good news is we have almost managed to completely encapsulate our exoplanet custom biome base within a massive wall of quartz and concrete. And yeah, it's looking way more awesome than I thought it was going to look. I was a little bit worried about this, if I'm honest. So much quartz, so much whiteness inside of this biome, but really, I am quite pleased with how the whole wall has come together. Just one final section to make over here, which we're going to be cracking on with in a second. This little bit that separates the biome from the rubbish dump. But yes, the wall is pretty much almost finished. And it goes all the way around this gigabiome. Also, by the way, I've been working on some really cool doorways into the base too. This is called a GIGACORP BS-1. And I know what you're thinking, but stop thinking it. It stands for the GIGACORP Bioscanner. And this is the first version of it, the small version, that is able to scan humanoid creatures. And if anything that isn't a human wanders into the biome, laser beams come out of these things in the wall and evaporate and disintegrate any hostile alien species that might wander into the base. Or something like that. I need to work on the lore for the BS, okay? Yes, we still need to do a little bit of work when it comes to that part of the lore. And to give you an idea of scale, let's get the Gigabug drone out and have a look at this thing from above. And yes, indeed, it's a rather imposing white wall, which very clearly defines our base on the HermitCraft server. And yep, from all the way up here, it's very clear where GIGACORP and Rendog live. I mean, that was the purpose of the wall. My only concern is that it might be a little bit obnoxious at this point. Azumavoid did mention on a live stream a few days ago that walls aren't very neighborly, which is kind of interesting to me, to be honest, because And maybe the reason that I made this wall is due to the fact that I spent most of my life living in South Africa behind a wall. Walls in South Africa are a very common feature of housing. And to me, a wall is in a neighborhood is kind of normal, you know? That's just how I've always grown up. But now in retrospect, when I do think about it, it is a little bit unneighborly to have a massive wall that separates yourself from your fellow neighbors. It's a great way to say, hey neighbors, I like you, but I don't like you that much. Please don't come into my area that often. Although I'm going to try add a lot of GIGACORP BS-1s all the way around the place so that everybody knows they're always welcome in the biome, although it is highly recommended that anybody that ventures in here brings some sort of a gas mask thing, because there be squirtopod fumes all over the place, and they do terrible things to the mind. I mean, just look at me. I'm a complete mess at this point in the season. Oh, and before I forget, a quick update from the Skulk farm that we made in the end in the previous episode. I'm pleased to announce the thing has been ticking over rather nicely. I've been coming out here every now and then over the last week or so, doing a little bit of Skulk farming, and so far we've managed to collect a decent amount of Skulk, almost enough to start thinking about opening the shop. I've also cleaned the place up. I got rid of all of the leaves and all of the jank around here. And yeah, every couple of days I've just come here and done a little bit of farming and chilling. I've probably AFK'd here for about an hour in total. And that has managed to get us approximately this much Skulk. Looking pretty good. Also been getting a few Skulk veins here and there. It also generates some Skulk veins, but at a much lower rate. But I think we're almost ready to start selling Skulk blocks and Skulk veins, although I still need to figure out a shop design for this thing. But yeah, the thing's working as intended and producing a butt ton of Skulk, and I'm just holding thumbs hoping that we'll be able to sell the stuff, because we really need the diamonds, guys. Anyhoozle, welcome back everybody to another episode of HermitCraft. We're going to kick things off today, finishing off this little section of wall, and then I need to figure out what to do next. If I'm honest with you, I don't really have a plan for today's episode. We're just going to sort of wing this one. I am currently working on a new schematic for a brand new structure in our GIGACORP base. Need a little bit more time for that. Needs to get Sanastratus to work on the art, etc. So we're still a couple of days away from working on our next GIGACORP project. So I thought today, why don't we just spend a little bit of time working in the base? I mean, there's a ton of things and stuffs that we need to do around here. We need to do a bunch of terraforming, in fact. Yep, there's still big areas of the base that need to be packed modificated. And I have been using the Terra-M1 over there every morning for about half an hour to generate a lot of mud, and I have plucked Beef's fields a number of times already this week, so I'm hoping we've got enough packed mud to actually finish off all of the terraforming, or at least make a big dent in the terraforming here in the base. So we'll crack on with that this episode too. And oh, also, what I would like to do is start working on a new custom tree design for the biome. I was very much inspired, as was, I think, most of the Minecraft internet, by BOO's episode this week, where he worked on some custom trees that are just looking absolutely amazing, and it really did inspire me to want to try and take a crack at making a new tree for us. And I want to try and make like a bigger tree, right? So if we consider these trees as the spruce oak, the small spruce trees, I'd like to make like a giant spruce tree version of these little exoplanet trees, which we still need to figure out a scientific name for and whatnot. Anyway, that's the plan for the episode, guys. We're just going to durdle around the base for the next couple of days, see what we can complete, and that's my doorbell. I got to go get the doorbell. I'll see you in a bit. Very happy with how the wall is turning out on the map here, everybody. Looking so cool. I'm a particular fan of the BS-1 entry way, which I think looks super cool. And looking at this, I think we need to figure out a couple of more entrances into the biome. We've got one here that can be accessed from the north. Maybe we need another one here also to connect up to this road. And we've got a couple already going into Azuma's base, maybe another one here. We definitely want one here, I think, to go towards Hypno's base. And I would like to install another one perhaps over here somewhere, just so that we've got enough ways in and out of the base if you're traveling by foot across the server. But yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. Problem is, I have just run out of quartz and other resources, to finish off the entryways, which means we need to head to the shopping district for some shopping. I spent the majority of last month's profits on quartz, concrete, glass, and end rods to complete the wall. But the good news is I've not yet checked the profits of the bacon shop, and it is looking rather tasty indeed, actually. A few sales up front, but unfortunately, our slowest week ever. Only, 117 diamonds for this week. That is unfortunate, but it's better than a slap in the face with an ender pearl, I suppose. So close to the 1,000 diamond Azuma trophy. We just need a few more sales this week to get there. Although we did get some mail from X this week, and that is our 500 diamond trophy, which is most excellent. Although a lot of you guys let me know that there is in fact a 750 diamond trophy also. So there's another diamond block for Azuma and a request for our 750 diamonds at the bacon shop. However, I have a feeling we don't have any more Azuma stamps. No, we don't. So, I guess before we do anything else, we're heading to the post office to buy some stamps. Oh, geez. This is just like real life. You know, you get your salary every month, and the first thing that you got to do is pay the bills. You do hate to see it. Right, I've not been to the post office that often this season so far. Why are there parrots everywhere? Very strange. I mean, this one's even made a little nest on top of the middle bit. I guess the parrots are taken over because it doesn't look like there's any staff about. Anyway, stamps. 2 diamonds for 8. Like this, I guess. I don't know. And maybe we should get some bundles also. I think there's stamp bundles here. So 6 diamonds in the barrel. And then what? We hit the button. Oh, there we go. We get a new stamp bundle. Okay, nice. I mean, I have been sending some mail to hermits here and there. Plus, this is a bundle of all the new mailboxes that have been recently added to the system. So that's actually kind of helpful. All right, 750 trophy on the way from Mr. Azuma. He actually responds pretty quickly, which is great. And of course, for the sake of completedness, let's get our 500 diamond trophy here and face it around the correct way this time. There we go. Very, very nice. Looking fancy. Now we just need the 1,000 one on this side to complete the symmetry. And yeah, that's looking kind of awesome. Next up, it's shopping spree time. We've received our profits for the week. Time to spend them. Begrudgingly, as always, we've got to start over here at Omega Rockets for another rock box. And out of rock boxes, Iskall is making more diamonds than he knows what to do with. Absolutely outrageous. I mean, I suppose we have to buy them in individual stacks now, which is super sad and probably costing us extra diamonds. So that's rather annoying. Iskall, restock the rocket box for the love of all that is holy. Next up, a little bit more quartz to finish off our walls. We're over at Impulse's incredible excavator hole-in-a-wall quartz shop. 3 diamonds per block. By the way, all of these are my diamonds already. I've pretty much bought Impulse out this week, and you know what? I'm just going to take the lot of it, because I need a bunch of quartz to finish off the walls today, so that'll be all the quartz that I think we'll need, hopefully. And as always, I need some more concrete for the walls, so we're over to Falsesymmetry's jellyfish to get ourselves a little bit of blue concrete. Oh no! Dog burned to death! Blue concrete is kind of in stock. I'm not sure how much more of this we need, probably just 1 stack, and I guess we'll take some white concrete powder too, just in case we need some more blue and I can just dye it back at home. Actually, picking up some lime green glass for the bioscanner entryways will be useful, but no lime glass available. That's reasonably annoying. I guess we go for light blue then, and we can re-dye it as necessary. 2 diamonds per stack. Let's take 4 stacks. That should be more than enough for the rest of the week. Very nice. Speaking of dyes, and speaking of foliage in particular, let's have a quick check-in at the Flowers for You #1 flower shop, because there are a number of flowers that I'd like to get my hands on that I think might work as excellent foliage inside of our alien biome. 2 diamonds for a blossom. You know what? I wouldn't mind picking up a couple of these blossoms to get some particle effects going inside of our biome. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pick up more of these. I'm in particularly interested in these pitcher plants. because they don't really look great in Minecraft Vanilla, in my opinion, but I think they might be a decent addition to our alien biome, as well as the torch flower. I think that might look really cool there too. And I'm even thinking torch flower seeds. Can we stop these things from growing somehow? Not entirely sure. I'm just going to take 16 of those. You know what? I've just been inspired. We're going to do a little bit of terraforming / foliation work in our base for this episode a little bit later on, friends. With all of these cool new plants, I reckon we can come up with something snazzy to spruce up our environment a little bit. But yeah, that shopping spree done. Let's crack on and finish all of the biosphere entryways so that we don't have to think about the stinking wall anymore. It's the next day in real life, everybody, and do you remember when I said I didn't know what I was going to do in today's episode? Well, it seems on this server, when you don't know what to do, suddenly hermits arrive and help you out. And last night, Falsesymmetry came over and hung out with me for 3 hours in a live stream. And together, we did the final bit of terraforming inside of the base. That is right. We had to go back and forth to get packed mud over and over again, but we did eventually finish this off. I am hoping I got a replay mod saved for it. I've been trying to edit this replay mod of False and I putting this whole area together, but unfortunately it looks like the file isn't loading. Watch this space. If it did work, you've already seen it. If not, it's a damn tragedy, and I'll put in some footage from the actual live stream itself. We had a great time, and a big thanks to False for coming to help me out here. Saved me many hours of grinding, and, well, it's looking awesome. Look at the place. It's completely pack-modified, except for a little bit of green stuff here and there. Oh, and by the way, Falsey helped me out with some brainstorming on stream, where we did some new designs for some potential changes to our alien biome, or at least start filling in this very blank canvas with some awesome things. My first idea was something like this with a bunch of these flowers. False was like, it's okay, but hold my drink. I've got something else cooking I think that you might like better. And she started working on a really cool landscape over here. Let's get rid of this, though. Take a look at this, right? There's a pretty little alien plant of some kind, a little blossom spore machine thing. And it spits out its spores, which are floating around here. We've actually got a spore blossom buried inside of this little mountainside. That's how we're getting the particles. But look at its little mushrooms that are growing from it, right? They're sort of spreading through this little biome. And those pitcher plants that we bought from the shop yesterday are starting to look really cool in this sort of alien-type landscape, right? I really love it. And, of course, we have a squirtopod sulfur pond thing over here. And this looks kind of interesting. So yes, after a good couple of hours of brainstorming with my friend False, I've got some great ideas to bring this landscape to life and make it less of a rocky hellscape and more of a living alien planet of some kind. However, I do want to sort out the roads before we do anything else, because now that we have changed the entire biome to packed mud, the roads that we originally made in the first couple episodes of the season, they've disappeared. They have completely blended into the environment. It's not looking great, and I would like to now start swapping out the roads for a new road palette. And when I went to South Africa, I experimented with this one over here. It's stone and andesite, and I think it works really, really nicely. And as much as I love these pearl roads, I think I'm going to be swapping them out for that new design throughout our biome, and then we can continue the pearl roads on the roads that connect into the biome on the outside. So I'm going to spend a couple of hours changing up the roads, and hopefully we'll have enough time in this episode to make a new custom alien tree, because that's something that I want to do too, and I've got a really cool design. So don't go anywhere, friends. Still a lot to do.
Let's go. Hello there.
Hello.
Bro, I have spent so long, the entire week, setting up my computer and my audio and everything, and I'm finally happy with everything. It's good.
Hey, you sounding good. You sounding tasty.
Thank you.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Yeah, I've seen this. You have massively built your wall everywhere.
You sound like you're talking to me through a tin can and a string. If anything, it's
Is
worse.
this better?
Oh, there
Is
we
this
go.
better?
Now he's sounding tasty.
Okay.
Now he's sounding tasty.
Well, have you been good while I've been gone?
Oh, for crying out loud. You're hurting my ears.
Did it go bad again?
Get away from me. You're the worst.
Dude, this was such a failed troll attempt because I was using I configured a bad microphone just to troll, and then I selected the wrong one before I came up and said hello.
Yeah. Yep. That was a terrible attempt. So anyway, Iskall, while you're here, thoughts on what's happening here? Because I know the last time you logged on, this wasn't here, and now there's like a giant wall that says "my side, your side," in a way.
Yeah. There's some trivia for you. I don't know if you remember this, but you were very keen, and it was very important to you to dig away my part of the island in season 5.
Non-human detected. Exterminate. Exterminate.
No!
Sorry, what were you
No,
saying?
it's nice.
What did you say?
I don't know.
Something
I
about season
forget
5 or
now.
something?
Yeah, no, I forget. I was
just
ancient
checking
times.
my GIGACORP bioscanner. It works.
Okay.
So that's
am I allowed in?
You can. Yes, you may enter.
What if you fly over it though?
Well,
Pretty useless scanner.
I haven't quite thought about it. So I haven't figured out that little bit out yet. Yes. Listen, all are welcome into the walls. That's why I've added all these entrances everywhere. Everybody can come
That's
in.
why you got walls.
No. Okay, listen. There is method to the madness. Follow me to the top of your obelisk, and I will explain. Okay.
Here we
So,
go. Here we go.
so if we have a look at Rendog's zone, right?
Yep.
We can see
Clearly
that it's
Rendog's zone. We can clearly see that.
it is now,
Yep.
but it was squished between you, Impulse, Izuma, Hypno, Corrales, Beef, and the rubbish dump. And I needed a
Which
way
is-
to just
Tower.
and the tower of the dog. I needed a way to separate the area and say, okay, this is where we live.
That's why you put the rubbish dump on the outside.
I didn't actually
I
notice
see what you're
that.
cooking here.
Yeah, that's some Freudian stuff going on over there.
Yeah. Someone else can deal with that.
Yeah, someone else can deal with that hot mess over there.
You know, this is okay. I didn't think I'd do this today,
Yeah.
but this is the perfect opportune
Sure.
for you to become happier. You know this word, happier.
I haven't known happiness for many years, Iskall.
Okay, that's dark. But today I'm here to offer you happiness.
That went dark real fast.
Okay, maybe we call it the grotesque. Is that that means in French beautiful?
Sure.
And today, by random luck,
Just random chance.
one of these units can be yours. If you could choose anything in the world, which one would you?
I want the green one,
go for?
obviously. The top one that has a nice view of my base. Because from down here, I'm just looking at my own wall.
Puts it into perspective, doesn't it, Ren?
It really does, yeah.
The green one is not for sale.
Oh, yeah, well.
This is the administration office.
Oh, look how good it is, though. This is the perfect one. Okay, what about the one next to the green one, then? This one over here.
Well, as luck might have it, although this is a hot potato, I will tell you that much. This is something. This is a lot of people are like. This is something that a lot of people want.
Yeah. Look at the view, though.
But yeah,
Yep.
it can be yours.
Okay.
It's gonna have to. You're gonna have to top the top bidder, though.
What's the top bidder?
Currently 63 diamonds blocks.
Hmm.
Tell you what, this is your lucky day. Okay.
Yep.
You can buy this on credit
On credit?
for
Sure.
a mere interest rate of 10 diamond blocks,
So
which
it
is a
would be.
good credit rate.
So
yeah,
it's 74 diamonds blocks
blocks
in
yeah.
total.
I mean, that's with interest, but then you pay. You know what? You pay
Yeah.
nothing today. Oh my goodness, you pay nothing.
pay
today.
nothing
You can
today?
you pay nothing today, and you can enjoy.
Okay.
Your unit
Yeah.
today.
Do I get free home insurance with this deal? At least throw in free home insurance.
This is not a charity. Man, we cannot throw in free home insurance. I'll tell you what I can give you though.
Yep.
I can give you access to our internet cafe down the street because this apartment doesn't come with a cable. It's too far away from the Wi-Fi. It's a great deal.
What a deal.
What is there to think about?
What a deal. I'm going to make you an offer. This is my final offer.
Okay.
50 diamond blocks on credit.
I can put you up for 50 diamond blocks on credit with a mere interest of 24 blocks.
50 diamond blocks on credit. We shake hands now or it's over.
Gee, I have a high demand on this. Okay, fine. The temptation for punching you down was simply too... That was the
You
selling
couldn't
point.
resist.
Okay, well then this is your unit. And we
awesome.
will be expecting payment within 7 days.
Oh.
You got this. It's no problem.
How
I'm
do
gonna put
I-
your name down? King, Rendog.
How do I get in?
Credit,
How do I get
diamond.
into the apartment?
It's not yet built. It's gonna be built.
It's off plan. We're buying it off plan. Buying it off plan.
Yeah. And you know,
yeah,
with my track record on the HermitCraft server,
Yeah.
we're looking at nine months or more.
Right.
If it gets built at all, which we don't know. I mean, I could get bored.
How many diamonds?
Otherwise-
Is 50 blocks. Hold on. Let me. 3,200 diamonds. I haven't even earned that much in the whole season.
No, I don't know, Ren. Math was never your strongest skill. That's 450 diamonds. What math? Wait, what did you just do?
I even used a calculator. How did I mess that up?
Which means that it's your brain
Hey.
that got it wrong.
64 diamonds times 50 is 3,200, dude. Wait, I hate myself.
diamond
Okay,
block
I'll
is
get you your
64
stinking diamonds. I'm out of here. HermitCraft is a strange and wonderful place to be as a YouTuber, my dear friends. Just when you think you don't have anything to do for an episode, a week later and you've done a whole bunch of awesomeness and completely transformed your base. There have been some dramatic changes to the GIGACORP custom biome, and I am so excited to take you guys on a full immersion tour of everything that has happened. First things first, I yoinked all of the green out of the biome. These green dots over here are actually the little petal flower things that come up green on a map. But most importantly, as you can see, the road has been basically completed all the way through. We now have a road that also takes us to the east of the server. And, well, more importantly, look how alien the place is starting to look on the map. That is my ultimate goal. I want this biome to feel like it is not on an earthly planet, but on somewhere completely different. And I don't think we're quite there yet, but we are definitely getting there. Welcome to the alien home of GIGACORP and Rendog's weird brain. No more grass or moss. That has now been replaced with spore-excreting pink mushroom things that line the roads throughout the biome. And those particles are coming from a little spore blossom that is hidden within the depths of the tree, using one of these clay pots to represent, I guess, a ripe tree. So we could say that this tree is currently sporing. It is spreading its seeds across the biome and adding a really cool particle effect to the biome. You know, these little particles make the place feel a little bit more alien, a little bit more toxic, right? And that's why we have all of these whoosh doors everywhere. It is a toxic environment out here, and we have to protect our lungs. Now, you might remember a mangrove tree here that we put together at the very start of the season. It has been replaced with custom alien biome-ness. And instead of a giant mangrove tree, we have two giant alien trees. This week, I wanted to try and find a new design for these trees, and a few of you guys in the comments have mentioned over the last couple of months, Rain, why don't you try and make a giant version of the alien tree? And that is this. So this might be, you know, the small spruce tree. This is the giant spruce tree of this alien variety. And what I like most about this design is that these giant trees have fur on the very top of them. I guess leaves or something. I don't know. The botanists in chat need to work out the flora scientific explanation for what's going on with these particular trees. But I really like the dead coral up here. This is brain fan coral, I believe, something like that. And these trees are growing around a sulfur pod juice pond, which might explain the weird spores that come forth. Although we've already explained that. The thing is, these are the seeds of these trees. It's coming together slowly but surely, okay? It all makes complete botanical sense, if that is even a word. But yes, I particularly like this little corner that I've created in the biome, circling around this. It's starting to feel very alien here, right? This is starting to feel like its own place. Something completely different to anywhere on the server, or should I say anywhere in the Gigaverse for that matter. Anyway, let's continue down the road. All of the light posts have now been updated to our Star Wars-esque, futuristic, sci-fi light post business, which is fantastic. And all of this has been de-greenified. And well, this is the section of the landscape that I still need to work on. Most of the terraforming that I've done has been over here. Let's take a left here to one of my favorite parts of the biome at the moment. That is this GIGACORP BS-1, the Bioscanner 1. And at the very entrance of the Bioscanner 1, we have this alien biosphere, I suppose. I'm particularly happy with this section over here. Inspired by Falsesymmetry, who suggested that we add a little bit of green into the biome by finding a really clever way to mold the green into the grays using lichen by flipping moss blocks, inverting moss blocks basically into inverted mossy cobblestone. I think I mentioned this at some other point in the episode. But yes, over here at this section of the biome, we have a little bit of algae, right? This is a slimy rock. You can imagine that if you stood on this, you would just slide right off. It's an extremely slippery, slimy, and toxic algae infestation cooking over here, probably spewing forth from the bowels of whatever this alien plant is. And of course, as we walk down here and exit the biosphere, we are surrounded by the giant alien trees, which I think have turned out super nice. Let's get the Gigabug drone out and have a look from above. Really enjoying the addition of this coral to the top of these trees. I think it just adds a very unique flavor to them. And that's looking really, really nice. I guess what I'd also like to do is turn on Iskall shaders, because Iskall shaders actually add a little bit more alienness to the whole feeling. So let's spend the rest of the tour in shader mode. And as you can see, in Iskall shaders, this looks even more slimy than it does in the vanilla shaders, which is pretty cool. And yeah, very happy with this little corner. I'd like to build little biospheres like this at every single entrance into our base. As hermits come in, the first thing I want them to experience is this alien vibe that we're cooking over here. There's one more bit of the biosphere that I have been working on over the last couple of days, and that is this section over here. As we approach the new exit into the east of the server, I have erected some of the giant trees. And this is a great example of why I think that the warped foliage might be exactly what we need to promote a very alien feel to the biome. In the vanilla textures, these are a little bit less contrasty, but with the shaders on, I really love this. This has been suggested by a lot of you guys also. Use the warped grass instead of the normal grass as our alien grass type. And I think it looks really cool next to the petals / pink spore excreting mushroom things. And it looks very, very pretty in the shaders. Let's turn the shaders off. It even looks great like this. And I think this is the block palette that I'm going to settle on for the florification of the biome. We're going to be using this as our grass, this as a sort of color accent, and the trees are going to be looking like this with their little coral hats on, I guess. And over the next couple of months or so, I'm going to be florificating this entire place. And of course, we also need to start doing something about the landscape, adding some more block variation into what is right now just packed mud. But I got lots of ideas for that. It's going to be super sweet. We go through another GIGACORP BS-1, and we are now back into reality, I suppose, back into non-alienness. And when you look around here, and we go back into here, you can really start feeling a big change, right? Especially with the walls up now. The walls are helping to seal off this area, at least. Especially when you come down below and you can't see much green around the walls. It really does feel like we're in a different world when we look around here, which is most excellent. So yes, friends, that is the progress that I have made this week in our alien landscape. I hope you love it. I think it has turned out beautifully. We didn't get much else done in the episode, but this has taken quite a few days to do. Lots of thinking, lots of planning, lots of redoing, undoing, redoing, etc. But it's looking absolutely fantabulous, especially when we throw on the Iskall shaders. Those little lakes start to glow in a very ominous, sulfuric way, which I really love. And, of course, I'm totally in love with the trees that have a glowing heart within. But yes, I think that's going to do it for today, friends. Just before I get obliterated in my own base, we should probably call it here. Thank you very much for watching, and do let me know what you think of our alien flora landscape. And if you have any ideas to make it even more awesome, you know what to do. Hit me up in the chat. My dear friends, thank you for watching, and we'll smell you all in the next episode.